Hello, everyone, and welcome to First Friday Lunch. My name is Tina Holland. If this is your first time here, normally I go live every first Friday of the month around 11:30. This month I'm recording it just in case I'm not here because there's a 50-50 chance we'll be at the lakes, mostly because it's hot, not because we're big lake people. We actually kind of like to pretend we're alone at the woods, so we normally go down by ourselves. And also sometimes we're working, so that might be a case as well. So I thought, well, if nothing else, I will record this prior to. So that's kind of what's going on with me. What am I reading, watching? I'm reading like a Joe Solari's book that he put out recently. I forget the title of it. I'm reading that, and then I'm listening to an audiobook on finding your writing voice or something like that. So I'm kind of doing technical stuff. I was listening to the first Jack Reacher story, which was, I think it's called Killing Time. I was listening to that, but then I had to return to the library, so hopefully I'll get that back soon. So that's kind of what I'm reading, listening to. My husband and I are finishing up we binged Yellowstone. So we're just finishing up the season. I have to finish season 5 part 2, but we see in 1923 and 1883, so we're kind of all caught up in the Yellowstone universe other than Marshall's and Dutton Ranch or whatever. And I've gotten those from my local library, had them all on DVD, so we just like binged them hard. My husband was like, we'd watch one and he'd like, just put in another one. I'm like, another episode? He goes, no, another disc. I'm like, dude, it's like 10:30 at night. We need to go to sleep. So like, but he was really enjoying it, which I figured he would like, because he kind of likes those grittier shows like Sons of Anarchy, Peaky Blinders, so where bad people are good people, or I don't know, bad people are the protagonist. Maybe that's what I was looking for. Anyway, so that's kind of what I've been reading and watching. I owe you guys how much money I have spent, and also like what I did for marketing for How to Love a Lord, which I haven't gotten on here for a couple of months because I wasn't smart enough to record it like I am right now. So I'm going to, coming up really quick, let's do that before I get to the hot topic. So the hot topic will be the marketing of How to Love a Lord. I am included in the All In on Love anthology that's part of Reader Nation in Las Vegas in November. So if you are coming to Las Vegas in November for Reader Nation, stop by my table, order the anthology through the bookstore that they'll have, and I'd love to see you there. So if not, you can follow on the Kickstarter, because there's a Kickstarter involved. You can follow along with that, and it'll have all the sneak peeks, behind the scenes, that kind of stuff. So even if you don't donate to, you can follow along on that Kickstarter, although we would love it if you would donate to it. So that's kind of what I've been working on, and as part of that, I'm going to be re-releasing everything in the Starving Artist series and the Caulfield Cowboy series before Las Vegas, because some of the characters that are in that anthology are also in that world that I have, those of the contemporary world that I have built. So, and as some of you know, there's other characters that will pop in from other series. If you know who that is, comment below. All right, let's get into this marketing thing that I promised you guys. So I had a very soft release, which is so evident in the sales. The ebook on like the 14th of, the ebook was on February 14th of 2026. So that's how long this book has been out, but it was super soft release. I was traveling at the time. I was in Ireland like a couple weeks before the release, came back, and I was just kind of did not have the spoons for it. So that was one thing. And then the book, I want to say like maybe March 31st, the paperback came out on Amazon, and then like end of April it came out on Ingram. So the sales are like not there. So, and I didn't do any marketing until like May is when I did like marketing stuff. So we'll cover, these are kind of marketing costs anyway, just so you know. So editing, because you kind of want to have a good book, you want people to read it and have it be okay, was $455.50. The cover was $310. I did a tour with Silver Dagger Books, and that was, I'm looking at my sheet here, $90. And then Coffee Time Romance, I placed an banner ad on their website, and that was $12, and that was for like a month. And I think that ended up going up in June. So, I mean, like, the marketing is already scattered. Sales, I applied for a couple of sales through Draft to Digital for like Kobo and I think Smashwords and maybe an Apple. I don't remember which ones I did. So, and I didn't get in on all of them. Some of them I did. So I was also the spotlight author for Morehead Friends Writing Group in March. That was free. That didn't cost me anything. And then I did blog posts on my own blog and like some Facebook social media posts. But it was super light, you guys, super light, which is evidence in the sale. Ingram, which only does my paperback, I haven't made any money through them. And I can't track the sales yet because I went to log in to just check and they haven't cut me in a check yet. So from the first quarter, which they wouldn't have had the book until, according to my thing, was like April 24th. So it's going to be second quarter stuff, but they haven't sent me anything saying that there's going to be a check coming my way. So as far as I can tell, no sales, but that doesn't mean that they aren't racked up. And then when they hit a certain dollar amount, they'll put the money in my bank account. So nothing there. And then they locked me out of my account. So I'm trying to figure out what happened there. Like, I did that passcode that they always ask you to do to secure it more. And now I haven't been able to get in. So I can get like a passcode on my phone, but then they're telling me my account doesn't exist anymore. And I'm like, well, what freaky thing happened there? Don't know. Anyway, Amazon, they haven't cut me a check yet either, but this is just digital. So they've, the ebooks, I sold 5 in the United States and 1 in Brazil. See, super low sales, you guys. And then I also sold this. I think this counts too because a lot of the sales that I ran, I dropped the price on How to Marry a Major. It was $4.99, and I think even now it's still $3.99. So to try and get some read through there. And I sold 6 How to Marry a Major on Amazon. In Draft to Digital, I sold 2. $5.99, and those were in Apple Australia. It was through Apple in Australia. And then Morehead Friends Writing Group, I sold 2 How to Marry a Majors in the first quarter. And then on 4/29, I ordered 15 books to send to Chris. So because they were all cleaned up and everything was ready to go. And he just ordered 5 more. So the in-person book sales might be doing better, but there is nowhere near is that going to be enough to cover what I spent. Because I spent almost, what did I look here? It's way too much money, you guys. $455, let's say $765. Let's round that up to $100. $865 plus $867. Nope. And I made back so far who has paid me. Well, Chris paid me for the majors, but I have to look. That's probably like I would have to look and see. I think that might be like $8 or something. I'd have to look at my bank account and see. But that's where I'm making most of my money. And then I made $599 from Draft to Digital in Apple Australia for those 2 books. So not so great, but I accept that it's not so great also because a soft release, the paperback and the ebook came out separately. My marketing was like way off and way late. Also, I do have also with the let me look and see here. With the Coffee Time Romance, I also put in to get a review, and that hasn't come through yet. Sometimes those come through later. And sometimes when you have reviews, everything goes up. So we'll see. The other thing is maybe the market is softening towards Regency romance. Maybe people that aren't that into it anymore. That would be sad because I'm working on the 3rd book. But I am sort of curious though too, because I'm in this anthology, and this is my contemporary romances, and I haven't re-released any of those. And I was trying to figure out if I should redo the covers, but I might not. I might wait until after my story comes out, and then I get the rights back to it, and I might redo the covers then, so they're more I think they're going to be more this cartoony thing. So, and I'm also trying to decide the pilot and the pinup, which would kind of be like, this would fall like maybe as an interim book between the two series, but you kind of, and you don't have to read all of them because a lot of them are, you would probably want to read the pilot and the pinup and Last Virgin in Vegas before you read this one, because the wedding that Chloe Ferriston is planning is actually Gwen and Lance's wedding, and they're in Last Virgin in Vegas. And I'm just trying to decide if I should redo those. I could even just redo those two covers, and then leave like the Cowboy series alone. The other thing is I've been wanting to do the Cowboy series so I can bundle that particular package and then have them go out together or whatever. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But and then I might bundle the Starving Artist series as well. So you have books 1 through 3 and 4 through, like, I might bundle those because they're much shorter stories. And even this story that I wrote is, I think it's just over 5,000 words, because I wanted to keep it super tight for this anthology. And I'm not sure that when I write those kinds of short stories, if I pack the story so full and so tight that I'm just not sure where you could add more stuff. And I don't really like to do that anyway, because it's got to be, like, I have a couple of short stories that are out, and they're like 99 cents, and that's probably what I'll do with this one, is I'll make it 99 cents. And also, I don't know, that's like 99 cents. You might never earn it back doing a cover. I don't have to edit it because it's been edited. And that's the thing with a lot of these stories that I'm going to repackage, is they've already been edited. I might like go through, because I have, well, and actually I have Pro Writing Aid, and I just don't think that they're long enough to even run through Pro Writing Aid. I think they got to be like 30,000 words, and I think I only have a couple of them that are that. Most of them are like 20, 25. So, and I have to repackage the pilot and the pinup anyway, because Chris had one of the bookstores order it, and I can't seem to order it. It's not showing up on my Amazon account, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but it's there. And I'm like, well, is it because I don't have an ebook that I can link to it? Because there's a paperback and an audiobook, but there's no ebook. So I might have to go ahead and do that. And then I might use the original cover, but I'm kind of wondering if that'll end up and throw me in Amazon jail, or if I should use the second cover that I had for it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So that's, yeah, I'll probably just end up having to redo that whole thing. Anyway, so that's everything I've got going on. I hope you guys have a terrific 4th of July if you're celebrating in the United States. If nothing else, spend time with your family if you got the day off, and enjoy the weekend. If it's hot where you are, stay cool, man. Stay cool. All right, next First Friday lunch will be August 7th at 11:30 a.m. So go Central Standard Time. So go ahead and pencil me in for lunch.